Welcome to Better Ways of Working, how to optimize your focus, master distraction, and win back at least 30 minutes every day. Hi, my name is Wendy Cole, and I'm the lead facilitator and founding director of iMastery. In this masterclass, we're deep diving into how to power down and work effectively and free your mind to leave work at work, be present with friends and family and enjoy your personal life, create inner calm and reduce stress by being organized and feeling in control, and set up the next day for success. Firstly, though, a friendly reminder to gift yourself the space to focus and make the most of the masterclass. To support your learning, I invite you to turn your phone to silent and put it out of sight. Close your email and instant messaging program, grab a pen, a highlighter, and a notebook, and have a drink of water handy. To further prime your attention, pause this recording and make a note of 3 or more things you feel grateful for, 2 or more things you'd like to learn about how to power down your workday and create clearer transitions between work and home, and something you've recently learned or something you've done to progress an important task or project. Welcome back. The practice of intentionally closing down our workday benefits us in many ways, from creating inner calm and reducing stress to allowing you to differentiate between work and home, to assisting you to set up the following day for success. Whilst this practice may seem common sense, it's certainly not commonplace. Check out this data from an iMastery questionnaire. Only 6% of respondents strongly agreed with the statement, "I can mentally sign off from my work at the end of the day." 37% of respondents disagreed or strongly disagreed with the statement. Imagine this scenario. You're finishing up a busy yet productive day at work. You're ready to leave for the day. That might be your workplace or your home office. Now check out this image. This is no way to end your workday. Leaving your desk with a number of in-progress tasks will not enable your brain to sign off from work. Just as taking a lunch break helps our brains to rest and recharge, so does intentionally creating space at the end of the day. Simply walking away from your computer at the end of your workday means unresolved issues and unfinished tasks may dominate your thoughts. This makes it difficult to be fully present and enjoy your personal life outside of work, and impacts the following workday as you're on the back foot when it comes to focus and productivity. These unfinished tasks and unresolved commitments often lead to a phenomenon called the Zeigarnik effect. In the 1920s, Russian psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik discovered that incomplete tasks stick in people's memories, whereas completed tasks are quickly forgotten. Author David Allen refers to unfinished commitments as open loops, explaining that when open loops are tracked in our psyche, they require energy and attention to track and maintain. They drain our energy. We don't even realize it. The good news is that closing the loop doesn't mean you have to resolve the issue or fully complete the task. The Zeigarnik effect can be significantly reduced simply by recording and planning how you'll later complete the task. Hello, to-do list and calendar. So, how can we more mindfully sign off from work at the end of the day? A shutdown rhythm takes effort and discipline, but it's well worth it. Creating an end-of-day checklist is a great way to support your high-performance habits while helping you power down your workday effectively. If you head to the resources section, you'll find a copy of iMastery's 4 Ps end-of-day checklist. In case you're wondering, the 4 Ps are process, plan, ponder, and power down. Let's unpack each of these so that you can integrate the concepts into your end-of-day rhythm. First on the checklist is processing work that has accumulated during the day. Review the day's meetings, emails, chats, voice messages, instant messages, texts, and add these items to your to-do list. This is often the most time-consuming of the shutdown activities, but arguably the most important. Documenting the tasks, clarifying the next steps, and assigning time to complete these tasks closes the open loops from the day. This helps you to create outer order, be organized, and feel on top of your game. The planning section of the checklist prompts you to review the next workday's calendar, noticing both the commitments and the time you've available to get things done. It also prompts you to prioritize your tasks and allocate time in your calendar to complete these tasks. Make sure you are productive throughout the afternoon and schedule your lunch break. Consider heading outdoors at lunchtime and perhaps walking and talking with a friend. Who could you schedule that walk and talk with tomorrow? The pondering section is my favourite part. Your checklist prompts you to ponder questions such as, what went well today? What have I learned and or been reminded of today? What am I grateful for today? And who could I thank? What progress do I notice? You don't necessarily need to write answers to all of the questions, but by noticing progress, you're leveraging the insight that the most motivating condition we can experience at work is making progress towards something personally meaningful. The last item on the checklist, Power Down, is taken straight from Cal Newport's book, Deep Work. As Newport recommends, once I've ticked through my 4 Ps end of day checklist, I say, thanks Wendy, today's workday is now complete. And then I symbolically turn off my computer, I close my laptop, and then I pop this scarf over my second screen. It's something I've done for 2 decades. It's especially helpful working from home. If I walk past my desk, I have the visual reminder that work is now done for the day. Initially, this final step can seem a little over the top, but it really does help make a clearer psychological transition between work and home life, enabling you to leave work at work. To enjoy clearer transitions between work and home life, it's also important to define your boundaries and limits. When does work end for you? What is your line in the sand? Optimally, once you've powered down, don't check emails on your phone. It's wise to set your phone to Do Not Disturb mode so you're not interrupted by colleagues who are choosing to work late but have not yet discovered the delay delivery feature in their email program. If I were facilitating a live masterclass now, someone would typically ask, Wendy, how long does this shutdown take? And really, do you do this at the end of every day? They're important questions. My shutdown takes somewhere between 15 and 45 minutes. For me, it's time, effort, and energy well spent. Of all the productivity techniques I use, it's the one that supports me the most and enables the most progress. Ironically, on my busiest days, when I've had a full day of training, coaching, and meetings, that first processing part takes the longest, mostly because I have a full inbox and important things to capture from my appointments. Sometimes, if the following day is relatively clear, I'll leave the backlog of emails to process the next day. That essentially becomes the next day's priority. Of course, there are times when I cut corners. Planning becomes a quick review of the next day's schedule, and all I manage to in the pondering section is to jot down a few things I feel grateful for. However, I'm very consistent in clarifying my priorities for the next day and symbolically powering down by closing my laptop and placing the cloth over my screen. I often choose to work after dinner, and even powering down late of an evening enables me to sleep more soundly, recharge, and be present with my family the next morning. How long does it take you to process work that has built up during the day? What are the key things for you to plan at the end of the day? What will you include on your end of day checklist? You're very welcome to take inspiration from iMastery's checklist. But a word of warning, the 4 Ps checklist is designed to be comprehensive and illustrative of what's possible. For most people, it's too comprehensive, and it's better to have a shorter list that you can use most days. Where will you store your checklist? Will you create it in a Word document? Perhaps you could make a reoccurring calendar appointment at the time you'll be shutting down those days and attach the checklist to the appointment. Or perhaps you'll print your checklist and stick it in your notebook. The more you personalize your end of day checklist, the more likely you are to use it. Please take action. Start your checklist today and use it at the end of your workday to power down. Thank you for watching. I hope this masterclass has inspired you to create a checklist and mindfully create an end of day rhythm that supports your progress. Being more intentional with how you power down at the end of the workday will support you to rest and recharge and make clearer transitions between work and home. It also provides an excellent framework to set up your next day for success. Are you curious to know more? Check out the links in the resources. Keen to consolidate and implement your insights? Fantastic. Deliberate reflection supports you to take your control of your learning and mastery. Head to the resources section where you'll find a set of inspiring self-coaching questions to ponder.